The young lad of Scott apparently is a young talent player as well. So
Hello and welcome back to another video. This one's a bit of a different one, bit of a sort of analysis piece on Alex Scott, who, as if you're a City fan, you know he is absolutely incredible. But I think it's probably about time that he gets his own video because he really is just something special. As you'll have seen in the intro, Guardiola's praised him, Grealish has praised him. He's been tweeted about by The Athletic. Wrote an article on him the other day. Fabrizio Romano's tweeted about his transfer moves. Like it's incredible. He is. I think at this point he is probably just one of them wonder kids that you just know is similar to a Jude Bellingham. You just know they're going to the top. Like Jude Bellingham when he was at Birmingham, probably of a similar sort of standard to Alex Scott now. From what I remember seeing anyway. But 77 championship appearances and he's still only 19. Like it is quite incredible. Just how well he's taken to this league. If you look on FotMob, obviously other apps and websites are available. Then the average is around a seven match rating per game this season. I think he's averaged a 7.1. Last season he averaged like a 7.01, so kind of around a 7.06 ish, 0.5, 0.6. For the last 2 years where he's been playing consistently, kind of made a few appearances towards the back end of 2021. 2020/2021, like that season, the season that everyone was behind closed doors in lockdown and that. So that was great, but he did look good then, and you could kind of tell in those first few games that he played that he was going to be something special, and he's just kind of carried that on, and it's been brilliant. He's scored I think 6-7 goals for us now, only 2 this season so far, coming against West Brom and then at the weekend against Blackpool, which prompted me to make this video because he was sensational that last weekend, and it was a really good finish as well, really well taken. Cornet plays the ball across, gets kind of half cleared to the edge of the box, he just smacks it into the bottom corner. Lovely goal. But yeah, also having 16 youth caps for England across under-18s, under-19s and under-20s now. He got his another under-20s call-up, I think his second or third one, just yesterday or the day before, as this is going out for the next international break, which is happening next weekend. Anis Mehmeti and Mark Sykes also getting international call-ups, so well done to them. I think Weimar might have got one for Austria as well, which is nice. But yeah, Alex Scott made the Euros under-19 squad for England, which they won. I think he scored in the semi-final as well, if I remember correctly. I think maybe Israel in the final, maybe, and yeah, he was just had a very good tournament, kind of coming off the bench a lot of the time, but playing alongside brilliant players like Carney Chukwuemeka, and yeah, it was kind of that summer last year, or like last summer just gone, when we managed to hold on to him. We managed to hold on to him in January as well, obviously. I think it was kind of massive for the club and massive for his development as well. I remember him saying in an interview last summer, he doesn't want to just like leave now, because he knows that if he went to a Spurs who were after him in the summer, I think, or Celtic as well, he knows that he'd have probably just been loaned back out somewhere, and he wants to go, and when he goes, he wants to play. Like, he doesn't want to just be sat on the bench or sat in the reserves and getting shipped out on loan, similar to what Ryan Sessegnon ended up doing when he left Fulham. Went straight to Spurs, and he's only really recently broken into the first team, which is what, 3-4 years later now, I think it was 2017-18 was his sort of breakout season. Obviously I've got the shirt on from Alex Scott's sort of breakout season last year as well. I need to get his name put on the back at some point soon, hopefully. But yeah, he won Championship Young Player of the Month for February just gone as well, which is absolutely bang on. I mean, he, even outside of the league, he tore Man City a new one. Despite the 3-0 loss, he was absolutely incredible, which led to praise, like I said, from Guardiola and Jack Grealish after the game. I think Guardiola might have mentioned him before the game as well, and mentioned he was like a standout player for us. Being valued now around 25 to 30 million, which is good as well. I think Fabrizio Romano was saying we rejected a £22 million offer from Wolves recently. Kind of looking like the package is going to be more towards 30 million if he carries on doing what he's doing at the moment, then I don't see why it shouldn't be. I think 25 million is probably the bare minimum that we're after now. And ideally, if we can maybe get a loan back, I'm happy just let them all do a bidding war and just give him to whoever pays the most money, personally. But if we could get a loan back for next season, I think that would be absolutely crucial for us, because we can have him for next year and we can reinvest all in the other areas with the money that we've got in from him being sold as well, which would be perfect. Because I think if we bring in like a couple of defenders, a bit more squad depth, a new midfielder, obviously if we don't get him back on loan, we're going to need a creative player like him, and a striker, like an out-and-out number 9, like a Jeju type player, or a Wilbraham or a Tammy Abraham sort of player, who's you just know they're going to score goals. If we can get one of those in, I don't see why we can't push towards the playoffs next year, because like we've definitely shown in fits and starts, like right at the start of the season we were brilliant, we were up in third, early September after we went to Blackburn, won 3-2. We went third that day, and it all just kind of crumbled. We kind of just forgot how to play football for like 2 or 3 months until Boxing Day. Sorry, the game after Boxing Day, Millwall away, which kicked off that 12-game unbeaten run in all competitions, which was really good. But like I said, we are just kind of 1 or 2 players short from the looks of it, of kind of pushing up the table. But Scott was crucial for us in that 12-game unbeaten run and at the start of the season as well, in just providing those moments of magic when he needed to, just breaking through defensive lines and playing a nice ball through to someone, or kind of getting through himself and getting a shot away or something like that. Like I remember there was a chance early on against Man City, he kind of took it past like 4 or 5 players. I think he took it past like De Bruyne, Ake, Diaz and someone else, and then just tried to tuck it into the bottom corner. It was a good save from Ortega in the end, but he is just a really, really good footballer ultimately. And yeah, he's been compared to Jack Grealish, like I said, obviously being praised by Grealish. He said in an interview as well that Grealish is one of his favourite players. And you can see the similarities in their game as well, kind of the hair and the socks for starters, like just from an eye point of view, like just looking at them. But in terms of the way they play, like they both glide across the pitch brilliantly, love to take a man on, love to play a nice pass, play a little bit of a silky football sort of style, I suppose. And he's just incredible. For me, he's the best player I've ever seen down Ashton Gate, and 77% out of 1,264 people agree with that. In a poll run by Dave Skinner on Twitter. I'll leave a link to the poll on his Twitter down below in the description if you do want to go and check it out. And yeah, 77% say he's the best they've ever seen in a City shirt. I think Bob Taylor and Jackanoski were kind of the front runners before now, and I suppose Andy Cole as well. But he peaked after he left us, so he went on to Arsenal, winning the treble at Man United and going to Notts Forest and co. Sort of like that, like playing for England. Like obviously he was an incredible player. But yeah, it looks like Alex Scott is probably the one for us now. For me, in terms of what I've seen since I started following us in 2014-15, my first year with a season ticket, it'll be between Tammy Abraham, Adam Webster and Alex Scott. But for me, Scott just tops them all. I think Scott's just absolutely outstanding. Just some of the stuff he can do is like otherworldly at points. Like he'll just take a man on, win a foul, just out of nothing. It's brilliant. Like, he's one of the most exciting footballers to watch. I think he was probably nailed on to play for England's first team at some point soon. Oh well, soon. Probably in the next couple of years. It wouldn't surprise me at all if he's in the squad for the next World Cup in 2026. I think it's in the States, Canada and Mexico maybe. So yeah, fair play to him. He's been absolutely brilliant. If you haven't already got down to Ashton Gate this season or before, well, even if you have, just do it again. We've got 4 home games left. You've got to go and see him. Go away if you have to. Go to Stoke, go to Swansea, go to... where else we've got Watford, Sheffield United, QPR. Go to those games because you've got to see him play. He is absolutely incredible, and there's no chance he's going to be playing at this level for any longer than this season unless we somehow get a loan back, but it feels unlikely. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll leave you with the clip of his song, my favourite clip of a City song ever. His name's Alex Scott. He is wonderful, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
So wonderful! He gets the ball! Oh, it's beautiful! Magical! When he runs down the wing, he's fast as lightning! Exciting! And he makes all City! Oh, it's beautiful, magical. And he runs down the wing, he's a fast